I understand this is your house, Ms. Lee, but I don't think this is fair.
I know it's not really all his fault. Can we stay here?
It's her house. She doesn't need a reason if she doesn't want you to stay. Plain and simple.
Mommy,
Y'all can stay, but he can't stay.
why not?
Sir, you need to take you and your family to your mama's house.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good today, man. We got this Pookie, right? We got this Pookie having nowhere to go, right? Nowhere to go, man. So he is turning to his baby mothers, right? How New Yorkers say his baby mothers. He's going to his baby mother's house, right? His baby mother's house, and saying, "Hey, man, listen. You accepting my family, you accepting your daughter to come back and stay here, you accepting my children to come here and stay. But what about the man who's gonna run this household? What about the man who's running the family?" Right now, once again, a lot of people can have a lot of mixed emotions about this, but I would at least say for the most part, he is in the wrong. He is in the wrong because this is the mother's house. And as the guy stated in the video, the fact that you can't go anywhere else, this shows that you burn all your bridges, right? Now, and maybe he just don't have a family, to go to, but for the most part, I mean, you have all these kids, you got a wife, it's telling, right? It's very telling, but let's go ahead and jump into this video. Before we even get into it, do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.
I understand this is your house, Ms. Lee, but I don't think this is fair.
I know it's not really all his fault. Can we stay here?
It's her house. She doesn't need a reason if she doesn't want you to stay. Plain and simple.
Mommy, y'all can stay, but he can't stay.
Why not?
Sir, you need to take you and your family to your mama's house, not her mama's house.
I don't understand. Like, this is we a family. Like, I understand, this is your house, but, I'm not leaving my family, so she expect me to do.
So why do you feel like you can go back and forth with this lady about her house?
I don't know what you gonna do, but you just can't stay here.
The fact that this man has nowhere else to go should tell you that he clearly burns bridges, straight up.
Her and the kids can stay as long as they like.
But Sean is a part of the family, so he gotta...
Bruh, you can't get mad at her. That's her house.
I literally can't stay here. I have nowhere to go. We all got evicted. I know you trying to say I'm the man and I was supposed to take responsibility, but life happens.
I bet you a week gonna turn into a year, and then another year and another year. She's not obligated to allow you to stay at her house.
That's what I'm trying to ask her, if you can stay for a week. Just at least a week. So you don't have to be out on the street by yourself.
So you gonna stay here,
Bruh.
I do notice how he does not address the lady in this situation at all, right? Because number one, she is advocating for the guy. She is advocating for the guy, but also, as he pointed out, hey man, listen, I know you said I got to be on my grind and this, that, and the third, but hey, I'm down on my luck. Can you help me out? And this is why I'm saying, man, where do you, did you burn your bridges? I'm thinking that, hey, maybe they've been in a relationship to where they've always argued. This is where you don't. This is another reason why you don't. This is why they say you don't tell everything about your relationship to your family. This is why you don't tell your family about everything that happens in your relationship. Because once again, when we all on good terms, and you have a situation like this, they're not going to forget that. You and your girlfriend, or you and your wife, or you and your husband, or whatever, may have moved on from that. But at the end of the day, you don't know if her family still accepts you or not. You don't know if her family, man, is tired of you. You don't know if her family is saying, hold on, man, time out. You still with the dude after he did that to you? Oh, this, that, and the third. So this is why I'm thinking, right? As he pointed out, man, you had to have burned bridges. And I'm gonna add on to it. You had to have been the type of person, man, that is untrustworthy. That the mother is saying, man, listen, I know you are the father of my grandchildren, but you have got to be toxic. You're toxic, right? You're toxic. So, it's mighty sad, right? It's mighty sad because once again, every man has his down day. But for the most part, man, situations like this, usually if you're on your P's and Q's, And like I said, you're not telling your family members or whatever everything that goes on in your relationship. Generally speaking, I believe that a mother would say, "Hey, let's go ahead and move you in. That's cool. That's fine. It is what it is. We're gonna help you get back onto your feet." But the fact that she wouldn't even let you stay with your own family, that says something. In my opinion, that says a lot about him. Just because, I mean, even the grandmother would want the father to be in the child's life, especially in this type of situation. But I can also call back on your boy DJ Ghost. I know some people may know, some people probably don't know, but he used to have these story times, and he had he had a great story, right, where he was down on his luck. He was going through some issues, right, where he ended up getting evicted, got kicked up out of his crib. Now, selling dope. I mean, how far do you really think he was going to get with that, right? So, and with that, it's not guaranteed money, right? With that, it's not guaranteed money. And long story short, I believe they ended up going in a drought, right? I guess they ended up going in a drought. They didn't have their shit to sell anymore. So he ended up not having no money, to the point where they ended up getting evicted months later. And what happens? He says, well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and move my family in. I believe it's either with his baby mother's people, or he moved them in with his people. And he said, if I'm not mistaken, he said he slept in his car. So, I mean, that's just a situation. And he said, hey, listen, I'm going to take myself out of the situation, because as a man, I need to have my shit together. So I think people can look at it, from either lens. Like I said, I'm more on the guy side, where he's saying, hey, man, listen, you gotta get out of here. You gotta go figure it out. Because let's just say the mother could have easily done that to DJ Ghost. Well, all you do is just sell dope. We told you just go get a regular job, but you didn't want to do it. Now, granted, this dude, DJ Ghost, I think he just got out of jail. He was felon, all that extra stuff. So, like I said, there's a lot of factors that play in it. But the bottom line is, people 9 times out of 10 told them, hey, listen, this is what you need to do to get your life on track. You're not doing the right things. They didn't want to listen, did what they wanted to do. Now they're in a position where they're saying, hey, well, listen, I got to give my kids up. And I can't even be around because I got to go figure my life out. I don't know, man. Let's jump into these comments. So someone in the comments says, any real man would have accepted that arrangement. As long as my wife and kids good, I'm going to find a way. That's facts, right? That's facts. That's pretty much what DJ Ghost did, right? Someone else says, the fact he doesn't understand is even more the reason he cannot stay. Right. So someone else says, why didn't you go to your own mama house, sir? Then someone else says, his tone tell you the entitled nerve he has. I mean, they all make great points, right? They all make great points, right? And as she, as the lady asks, why didn't you go to your own mother's house? Well, more than likely, he probably burnt that bridge, or the mother might have passed. Who knows, right? So a lady says he was abusing her and the kids, and he was gambling, causing them to lose their house, and he has disrespected her mom several times. All he was going to do is take over the house, do all the mess he's been doing in her home. It was initially on TikTok, but she took it all down, right? So that's what she says, quote unquote. That's what she says. I'm pretty sure there's more to it, because once again, you say, he was abusing, he was abusing the kids, he was doing all this, he was disrespecting this, that, and the third. At the same time, my question is, why is the baby mother still trying to fight to have that man live with him? It's mighty wild, right? It's mighty wild. But you know what? Hey, look, someone else says the daughter is just as bad. So then someone else says, y'all not married, mama not having that in her house, mama not taking care of no grown ass man. And as people stated, man, listen, that 1 week is going to turn to 2 weeks. That 2 weeks is going to 5 weeks. I mean, once again, it's pattern recognition. It happens a lot, right? It happens a lot because it doesn't take just a week for somebody to get on their feet. If he doesn't have a job, it ain't going to take just a week to get a job, save up money so you can go back out and go get your own crib and everything. It's going to take a process, and more than likely his credit is probably messed up if he's gotten evicted as well. But of course, going back to the comment where the lady says that, hey, listen, the guy was doing this, the guy was doing that, the guy was doing this, the guy was doing that. My question is, why is she still defending that man to live up under that household? That's crazy, right? That is freaking crazy.